This is Daniel chapter 10, verse 13. But the prince of the kingdom of Persia withstood me 120 days. But lo, Michael, one of the chief princes, came to help me, and I remained there with the king of Persia.
Son, we're going to face the east. First and foremost, we like to give all praise to Yahawah,
YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI.
Double honors to the elder Pastor GMS who do well. Salute you brothers pushing this word, and true sincerity strength by YAHAWASHI. And Shalom to you brothers and sisters growing and trusting YAHAWASHI. Shalom to you too, right? And we are here to prophesy the downfall of this wicked, destructive kingdom known as Babylon the Great, Sodom and Gomorrah, Assyria, Egypt, all those ancient empires balled up into one, controlled by Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, the devil that the Bible speaks of, right? And we are here to gather the elect through the strength of power of YAHAWASHI by the word of YAHAWASHI, elect of the nation of Israel, which consists of the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. Those are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites. All right? I'm going to have the brother read that again, but you can start up and read into it.
All right. This is
The key is in verse 13. The key is in verse 13, but I'm gonna have the brother read up a little bit. You know, we start like that. I might want to start at 9 or 10, somewhere up in there.
Okay.
Go ahead, bro.
All right. This is Daniel chapter 10, verse 9. Yet heard I the voice of his words. And when I heard the voice of his words, then was I in a deep sleep on my face.
So what it is Daniel was praying, you know, to YAHAWASHI. And he had been praying to YAHAWASHI. But, go ahead, bro.
And my face toward the ground. And behold, an hand touched me, which set me upon my knees, upon the palms of my hands. And he said unto me, O Daniel, a man greatly beloved, understand the words that I speak unto thee, and stand upright. For unto thee am I now sent. And when he had spoken this word unto me, I stood trembling.
Right.
Verse 12. Then said he unto me, Fear not, Daniel, for from the first day that thou didst set thine heart to understand and to chasten thyself before thy power, thy words were heard. And I came, and I am come for thy words. Verse 13. But the prince of the kingdom of Persia withstood me 120 days.
So the prince of the king of Persia withstood YAHAWASHI 120 days, so 21 days, because what YAHAWASHI was doing was working on the mind of the prince of Persia to go to war with Alexander. Okay? So they were working on his mind. Okay? But the prince of Persia was withstanding him, YAHAWASHI. And back then, the men's minds were much more stronger. Okay? So YAHAWASHI eventually influenced the king of Persia to end up in war with Alexander. So prophecy can be fulfilled. Go ahead, bro.
It says, but lo, Michael, one of the chief princes, came to help me, and I remained there with the king of Persia.
See that? So they was working on the mind of the king of Persia. Right, what verse is that?
That was verse 13.
All right. So the reason why I wanted that to come out is because of what I'm finna show y'all in this video. Okay? About the mind state of Vladimir Putin. Okay?
People who've gone to see Vladimir Putin in recent days, weeks, months, and sort of categorically, and people are like, well, how can you be so sure of that? Look, people who've gone to see Vladimir Putin in recent days, weeks, months, years, all come back with the same general impression. If anything, Putin is getting more hardline in his stances over the years. Whereas early on in his regime, he was more open to Europe and the West. They say now he is really sort of bedded down in his convictions more and more in a tighter, more closed, insular inner circle than ever before. Those convictions are greater hostility in general to the U.S. and to NATO and to Europe, greater sort of conviction in his own belief, some would say a paranoid belief, that the West is out to get him, that the West is out to humiliate him, a morally decadent West trying to bring Russia down, trying to lecture to Russia. How dare they do that? And a West that's encroaching on Russia. More solid in that conviction than ever before. And people who come away from meeting with him really say that they're almost struck by how much Putin has changed over the years. Even Putin, that gradual hardening of his convictions. He's harder now than ever. He is not there to be convinced. Some people say he's already actually won just by getting everyone to sort of pay court to him and go and meet with him at the Kremlin, like, you know, a little rolling call of world leaders trying to speak to Putin, trying to convince him not to do this. He's already gotten a lot of dividends from these visits. He's already gotten a lot of what he wants, which is the West is paying attention to him, paying attention to him and his security grievances and demands in a big way. Perhaps that will be enough, even if eventually he sort of backs down. They find some diplomatic off-ramp to say, to claim victory to the Russian people and say, we made ourselves heard. It's a victory for us. We can now close this chapter for now. His general grievances are not going to go away. He's not going to back down on any of his red lines, no matter who goes. You could send every world leader to his desk all at once and have them sit across that long 5-meter table. He is not going to back down. That's his red line.
All right, Doug, thanks for that. France 24's Doug Herbert.
See, so that's what I wanted y'all to hear. How Putin is looking at the West, NATO, and America as they trying to get him, and he's paranoid. Okay? So YAHAWASHI put that in Putin's mind with all the propaganda and the situation, the way the world lives. So YAHAWASHI is working on the mind of Vladimir Putin, man. And Putin is standing his ground and he's paranoid according to the news, man. Okay? And that's the mind state YAHAWASHI got Putin in because they're working on his mind. Okay? So start from the top and read that again. Alright. Now, start at verse 10 and read into, we'll start at verse 12 and read into 13. Then we're going to jump to Job 33, 15, 16. Go ahead. Okay.
All right, this is Daniel chapter 10, verse 12. Then said he unto me, fear not, Daniel, for from the first day that thou didst set thy heart to understand and to chasten thyself before thy power, he was fasting.
Yeah, he was fasting.
Okay.
And when you fast like that, you get better understanding, man. You see, you fast and you look for answers. Right, man. That's key. That's a nugget for you. You fasting and you looking for answers, you'll get them, man. If you sincere. Okay, so that's the key. That's key right there. Go ahead, bro.
It says, and to chasten thyself before thy power, thy words were heard, and I am come for thy words, says verse 13. But the prince of the kingdom of Persia withstood me 21 days, but lo, Michael, one of the chief princes, came to help me, and I remained there with the king of Persia.
Go ahead.
So that was 13.
Right.
You want me to continue?
Yeah, continue.
Okay, this is verse 14. Now I am come to make thee understand what shall befall thy people in the latter days.
So see, So Dane was trying to get understanding
Right.
of them visions.
Got it.
See, that's what he was trying to get understanding of. And what we doing through the spirit and power of YAHAWASHI is giving you understanding of what's going on today concerning prophecy and the mind state of Putin and how YAHAWASHI got Vladimir Putin going his way according to his plan, that the children of Israel may be delivered and prophecy may be fulfilled. See? So drop that. Give me Job 33 and 15.
All right. This is Job chapter 33, verse 15. In a dream, in a vision of the night.
So while Putin is asleep, he can be, YAHAWASHI can be working on the mind of Putin, making Putin paranoid when it comes to NATO and America. And when he wake up and see all that propaganda, see, against Russia. See, go ahead.
It says, when deep sleep falleth upon men, and the slumbering upon the bed.
Yo, while they sleep, go ahead.
Verse 16, then he openeth his ears of men, and sealeth their instructions.
He opened the ears of men and sealeth their instructions. Now, we're gonna look up the word instructions right there, okay?
This is Strong's H3259. You got side, and it's to chasten, to admonish.
So, see, the key there is admonish. And when you deal with the word admonish, it means a warning. So, YAHAWASHI can make Putin see certain things when he sleep and warning Putin about America. And when he wake up and he watch the news and all the propaganda, he see how America is plotting against him. So he's guiding the mind of Putin towards what? War. Because he's paranoid. And according to the news, Putin's circle is small. So he's shutting himself off, he's closing himself off to where he's making sure his circle's small, so can't nobody get him, so to speak, because he's paranoid. And that's what YAHAWASHI have done to the mind of Putin, man. He have made Putin see certain things, and he have done certain things to Putin's mind, and Putin is paranoid. You see, when it comes to NATO and the West, America, so to speak, so it's a beautiful thing to find out, putting that on the news, to find out that Putin's mind state is he's paranoid, and we know why, because it's YAHAWASHI that's making them like that, you see. So read that again in Job.
All right, this is Job chapter 33, verse 15. In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, and slumbering upon the bed. Verse 16, then he openeth the ears of men, and sealeth their instructions.
See that? So that's what's happening to Putin. Now, other things are in the news. You have birds fall out the sky in Mexico, Give me Isaiah 24. Isaiah 25 and 4. Or it might be 5. Earth is defiled. Earth is defiled. It might be Isaiah 24. 5 and 6.
Yeah, this is
Isaiah
24.
24. Okay. Alright, now you see down there in Mexico, you have birds fall out the sky. Okay? Just fall out the sky. You know, that happened in Mexico. And also, you got stealing at an all-time high. Okay? Now, down there in Florida, okay? Well, over there in Florida, they locking up the meat. Okay? We certain brothers went into that, but I'm just mentioning to you people who don't know. Okay? They locking up the meat. And over there in New York, what they call Hell's Kitchen, over there in New York, that avenue, I think it's like 9th and 6th Street, somewhere up in there, you can Google it, but it's called Hell's Kitchen. And in that area, they locking up toothpaste and deodorant, and certain businesses have shut down because of the stealing. You see? So that's increasing at an all-time high because the minds of the people are defiled, man. Okay? And the way this system is set up is designed to oppress you, man. Okay? So now you got people stealing meat, and you got people stealing, steaks? That's what they had locked up. And you got people stealing toothpaste and deodorant, man. Just walking out of stores, man. And the security just watching. Okay? It's getting so bad to where they stealing so much from these stores, they gotta shut certain stores down, man, over there in New York, man. You see? And that's gonna increase, you know? And this place is defiled, so go ahead, bro.
You want me to show that video with the steak?
Nah, you ain't got to. They can Google it. They can check it out for themselves. I just mention it. So they can, search it out for themselves, man. You know?
All right, this is Isaiah chapter 24, verse 5. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof.
Yeah, the reason why it's defiled because the statute, laws, and commandments not being upheld. That's why the Most High, YAHAWASHI, is plaguing in the mind of the world. Okay? They got them paranoid looking at NATO in the West and got Putin paranoid like America is ready to take Putin out.
Right.
So Putin is on the edge. And the reason why it's like that, because this earth is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because these Edomites are ruling. Okay? They're finna fight over these resources. Okay? And they're gonna end up being a sacrifice to usher in the kingdom of heaven, because they're gonna get cooked. Right? Okay? Go ahead.
It says, because they have transgressed the laws.
That's Esau Edom. Esau Edom had done that. Okay? Esau Edom have done that concerning the Bible. They don't uphold, statute, laws, and commandments that's written in the Bible. They throw that behind them. Give me, hold that in Psalms 50 and 16. Psalms 50 and 16.
Okay. This is Psalms chapter 50, verse 16. But unto the wicked the Most High saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes? Or what thou shouldest take my covenant into thy mouth?
Go ahead.
It says, verse 17. Seeing thou hatest instruction, and castest my words behind thee. Verse 18. When thou sawest a thief.
That's it on that. So Esau Edom, what he did when he was established in the earth, he cast the words of YAHAWASHI behind him. See? So go back to Isaiah 24.
All right. This is Isaiah chapter 24, verse 5.
Go ahead.
The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof.
Because the statute, laws, and commandments is not being upheld. Like I was saying. Go ahead.
It says, because they have transgressed the laws.
They have transgressed the law. Esau, Edom. Okay? Transgressed the laws. Okay? That's what Esau, Edom have done. Go ahead.
Change the ordinance.
Change everything, man. Change the Sabbath, everything, man. Okay? Change the dietary laws according to the Bible. Saying you can eat pork, you can eat shrimp. They sell it like it's a delicacy, man. Crab legs, oysters.
The whole restaurant is called lobsters.
Yeah, and oysters. Yeah, don't filter the water. Okay? Just like you got a filter for your water, filter in your fish tank, like you got a filter in your water for the house, okay? Where those oysters and crabs and things of that nature are filters for the ocean. That's why the ocean is so dirty in the way it is. Because Esau, Edom take those things out of the ocean and sell them to the people. Okay? Sell pork. The pigs are set up to clean the earth. Okay? They got videos out there to where a man made an example of a pig to where he set clean food out and he set some rotten food out, and the pigs went to the rotten food.